Prepare yourself. It's time for another awful, spooky wrestling moment. Watch if you dare.
Maybe you thought we'd seen enough Dustin Rhodes on this list. Of course we certainly f***ing haven't. TNA wasn't the only place to bless Dustin Rhodes with a terrible gimmick. WCW granted him maybe his worst persona of all. Seven. Dustin flitted between WWF and WCW for a lot of his career and ended up down south in 1999 where they gave him the Seven gimmick. Seven, for those of you mercifully unaware, was a gimmick in which Seven would stand outside a child's bedroom window and just sort of look in the windows and say creepy things. It was utterly appalling and a recipe for disaster as well. The gimmick was, of course, way too far for Turner standards and practices, who decided that the character may have been misinterpreted as a child abductor, or as I like to say, correctly identified as a child abductor, because what else was that character? Hung outside children's bedrooms in white face paint. Child abductor. I'm sorry, Dustin, I know it's not your fault. Thankfully, after that, Seven was canned and Dustin came out as himself, a heel persona referring to himself as the American Nightmare, of course a reference to his legendary father, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Seven was never revisited again, which is probably for the best because as tacky and shit as Black Rain was in TNA, at least he didn't hang around children. Yeah? Originally, Adam Blompier was scheduled to read out this moment, but he insisted that I do it because I'm 5 years older than that, and it's really funny because Seven would have got me, wouldn't he? He would have driven me away in his van. Christ, Seven didn't have a van, I've made that up. I'm projecting. I'm gonna calm down. That's all for now. Check back tomorrow for another terrible, god-awful, spooky Halloween wrestling moment.